Today, we are diving into 2 high-protein overnight oats recipes that'll make your spoon swoon. Flavor number 1, strawberry rhubarb, and flavor number 2, blueberry lemon. Both flexing 30 grams of protein per serving. Okay, people, strawberry rhubarb is perhaps, according to me, the most blessed and best summer flavor combination that ever existed. Juicy, sweet strawberries and tart, ripe, crisp rhubarb. It's a sweet and sour match made in heaven, and it's so good in this recipe. Oh my gosh. We've got the protein oats base, but we also need to make a chia jam with strawberries and rhubarb. It's gonna be so good. So what we're gonna do first is the jam part. So I've got some strawberries here. You can use fresh or frozen, both will work just fine. In fact, frozen is probably the easiest one to work with and takes the quickest to break down when we cook it, but fresh is also just fine. So we're gonna chop up about 2 cups of strawberries and 1 stalk of rhubarb, which should equate about a cup. Once you've chipped and chopped, we're just going to take that over to the stove, plunk it in a pot, and get cooking. So we're just gonna get a little itty bitty saucepan or pot heating up over medium heat. We're just going to add the rhubarb and the strawberries, cover them with a lid, and just let them live their best life for about 10 to 12 minutes or so. We're going to let them kind of cook down until they get nice and soft and they release some of their juices. With the strawberries and the rhubarb being fresh, you might need to add a little splash of water just to kind of help things get going so it doesn't burn. And then once things are getting a little bit steamy and things are looking mashable, you can go ahead and take your potato masher or a fork and just start mashing the crap out of the strawberries and the rhubarb. And then we're gonna add some maple syrup just to add a little bit of extra sweetness and help to balance out the extra tartness of the rhubarb, and a little teeny pinch of salt. Now we're just gonna turn off the heat and we're gonna take 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. We're just going to add them right into the fruit. Give it all a good little mixy until the chia seeds are evenly distributed. Remove it from the heat. Stir it a couple more times. We're just gonna let it sit here and chill and thicken up. Okay, chia jam done. Check. We're now gonna do the really quick protein oat base. It's super simple, okay? We're gonna add 1 cup of soy milk into the blender, plus 3/4 cup of our high protein vegan yogurt, plus 2 scoops of your favorite protein powder. It could also be vanilla if you don't have berry or strawberry. We're looking to add about 40 grams of protein from protein powder into the mix. Then we're just gonna whiz it all up together until it's basically a really thick protein shake. She's thick, y'all, thick and delicious looking. Yes, she is. Now what we're gonna do is right into the same blender cup or bowl or whatever you used, we're just gonna add our oats, which is 1 cup, by the way. We're just gonna give her a real nice mixy. Once she's all mixed together, we're basically just gonna let her thicken up for about 10 minutes. This will just give enough time for the oats to sort of absorb some of that liquid, and so this becomes a little bit easier to spoon out, and it will have a little bit more firmness to it when we add in the layers of jam in our next step. We are 10 minutes in the future, and will you just take a looky at this chia jam? Like, that is thick and jammy. Okay, obligatory taste test, of course. Yum, that tastes just like strawberry rhubarb pie filling. So easy, you guys. In case I didn't mention it earlier, this recipe does make 3 servings. So that's like half-ish of a work week, maybe a little bit more of a work week of delicious high protein breakfast. So grab yourself 3 jars. I've got 3 right here. And what we are going to do is we're gonna create a lovely little layered situation. So I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons into the bottom of the jar. Give it a nice little swirl. And we're just going to add some of this nice thickened up oat mixture into the jar on top of the jam. Another couple tablespoons of jam on top, just for that pretty, almost like parfait effect. And then another few tablespoons, about 3 tablespoons of plant yogurt on top. Et voila! Now just slap a few lids on those jars, put it in the fridge, go to bed, and wake up with the most strawberry rhubarb-delicious breakfast you've ever had in your whole damn life. 510 calories, 30 grams of protein per serving, 3 whole days of delicious high protein jacked breakfast that I promise you will not be able to get enough of. Now, if you can't get enough of me, subscribe below because I want to be your friend. I want to help you eat delicious high protein plant-based gluten-free recipes all the time. I post twice a week and I want you to be part of my little happy vegan community. Okay, blueberry and lemon. It is a combination that never gets old. Mild and juicy blueberries with a punch of lemon. It's just like so satisfying. So this recipe is a little bit more direct and to the point. We're literally just gonna make our blueberry milk and add some oats and hemp seeds to it and call it a day. Now, much like we did in the first recipe making our strawberry milk, we're gonna do basically the exact same thing because if the system ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Into a bullet blender or jug or whatever blending apparatus you may have. We're gonna add a cup of soy milk. Again, because it's high protein, but if you don't like soy, you do you. A half a cup of water, half a cup of some more of that protein yogurt. This variety is a lime flavor, which just happened to be a happy accident, which I think will really kind of complement and mirror the lemony, citrusy vibes that I'm going for in this recipe. But I don't expect you to use lime flavored vegan yogurt. Vanilla or plain will do just fine. A tablespoon of maple syrup, you know, for a little kiss of sweetness, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then the zest of a whole lemon. Now, this one's pretty honky and big, but basically what I want you to get is about 2 to 3 teaspoons of lemon zest. This will probably get me 3. 2 if you don't want it to be like overly lemony, but 3 if you like are okay with a bit of a lemony punch, you know? We're gonna add half a cup of frozen blueberries. And then lastly, I'm gonna add a couple scoops of this protein powder. This is a berry flavored protein powder, plant-based from Sun Warrior. I really freaking love this flavor and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a berry-licious protein powder. Check it out. And just as we did earlier, we're gonna blend this up until it's nice and blue and beautiful. Should have just started with that, beautiful. Do you see this? Look at that, look at that, we're matching. Oh my gosh, did I plan this? Maybe, I'll never tell. Wow, I love a happy accident. Okay, obligatory taste test. That on its own is just like a delicious smoothie that I would so drink. Now, what we're gonna do, very simple, just like last time, because you know how it is. We're gonna add our sprouted rolled oats, and just for fun and protein, some hemp seeds. You know, gotta have a little bit of variety in our life. This color is just healing my soul. Yes. We're gonna let this sit for 10 minutes just to somewhat thicken up, and then we're gonna pour it into some jars. Mason jars assemble! And carefully pour equal amounts into 3 glass vessels, or whatever kind of vessel you like. Let the record show that I have averted the crisis. Everyone is equal, everyone's happy. Now, of course, put some lids on these jars, pop them in your fridge, let them have a good night's sleep. They'll be fluffy and delicious and creamy, ready to enjoy in the morning. I personally will probably pour these out of the jars and add some sliced banana on top, or maybe some granola, but you do you. There is lots of room left in the jar for you to add whatever desired toppings you like, maybe some sliced strawberries or bananas or some frozen blueberries. That would be great. Oh, and did I mention 32 grams of protein, 460 calories? You're welcome. If these overnight oats recipes got you feeling some sort of way, make sure you like this video, subscribe below, and hit that notifications bell so you never miss a new hot drop from moi. And hey, while you're dropping stuff, drop a comment below and let me know which of these recipes you take home to meet your blender.